30 seconds. If everybody could find their way to their seats, that would be great. Good afternoon, everybody. Great to see so many of you, some familiar faces from recent years too. Welcome to the FOX61 Student News Awards Ceremony. My name is Ryan Breton. I'm a meteorologist for FOX61 News and very excited to be here to recognize the work of each of you through the last year and to celebrate those accomplishments. I first would like to thank and welcome our hardworking students, teachers, parents, family, friends, and distinguished guests. We hope you enjoy what is sure to be a very exciting night for everyone, and we know this is a busy time of year too with the end of the school year coming up, so we appreciate you being here and taking the time. FOX61 Student News is a nationally recognized, award-winning, innovative business and educational partnership created for Connecticut's middle and high school students that started 3 decades ago. Over the years, nearly 250 schools from around the state have participated in FOX61 Student News. Success stories range from students who have stayed in school because of the program to students enjoying successful careers in broadcast journalism at places like CNN, MSNBC, and right here at home at FOX61. Our goal is to give students a voice and a place to tell the stories that matter to them. As Connecticut's news station, your involvement and your excitement helps promote our mission to make an impact in all of our communities. And we get to see and hear things we wouldn't get to otherwise see and hear because we're not in the schools that you are day in and day out. In September, we held teacher workshops at the University of New Haven and right here at the University of Hartford. It wasn't long after that we started to receive story submissions from schools across the state. We also hosted a student news boot camp, which brought together students and teachers for a workshop discussing stories and giving advice on how to improve storytelling. We would also like to thank our partners here at the University of Hartford and at the University of New Haven for their outreach to high schools across the state. As of May 3rd, the students have sent in over 130 stories, and each week these stories air in our newscasts on TV Friday and Saturdays, and are posted on our website, showcasing local stories produced by you, students of Connecticut. The stories that were submitted through the course of the year were reviewed by a panel of FOX61 professionals within their respective field to judge the entries. Each story submitted was judged on uniqueness, creativity, presentation, and engagement. We narrowed it down to the top 3 finalists in 10 different categories. The nominated story with the highest score was then declared the winner. Please join me in thanking the judges for their time and effort in reviewing the many stories they screened over the last month. And none of this would happen without the generous support of our FOX61 Student News sponsors. First off, I would like to thank Big Y World Class Markets, our presenting sponsor, for their generous award donation and partnership with the FOX61 Student News. Secondly, we would like to thank and welcome our other partners, the Connecticut Higher Education Supplemental Loan Authority, or Chesla, the Connecticut Council on Problem Gaming with the Connecticut State Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, the Hartford Wolfpack Foundation, and Area Cooperative Educational Services, or ACES. Let's all have another round of applause for our very generous sponsors. I would now like to welcome Eileen Armas, the Director of Sales at FOX61, who we are very pleased to have with us here today. Eileen?
Thank you, Ryan, and thank you to the students, parents, and teachers for all their hard work and dedication. Thank you to our sponsors. Their support makes it possible for us to solicit and accept these nominations. They are contributing to a diverse viewpoint of storytelling that crosses many of our communities across Connecticut. And I'm sure you'll agree with me, once you see these stories tonight, that the state of local news shines bright. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eileen. Now we would like to welcome Maddie Caldell, our Assistant News Director for Fox 61, to the stage. Maddie is responsible, come on up, Maddie, for ensuring our entire newsroom operations happen day in and day out to inform our viewers, and we're happy to have you here tonight. Come on up.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, everybody, for having us. Thank you for participating. It's so cool to see so many young and upcoming journalists. It is such an important job. Think about this fact for a moment. We are the only occupation protected by the Constitution. It's right there in the First Amendment, freedom of the press. So we have a very powerful responsibility to uphold that. And the work that you do sitting here and as you move into your careers really changes lives. Whether you're holding people accountable, whether you're informing them about potential severe weather, it's such an important role. I encourage you to continue in the path. There's lots of facets. We have a very diverse staff that does television news. We have a lot of opportunities on our digital with our website. There's also, can't forget our friends in radio, and our friends in the print media too. There's lots of opportunities. It's a lot of hard work. There's been days where I've worked 38 hours straight covering tornadoes in the Midwest. There's days where I've interviewed presidential candidates. And you just sometimes never know where the journalism path takes you. And so lean into that. Have that independent spirit and that drive to work hard. There's so many wonderful young faces here, and that just shows that your passion and your commitment. I've known I wanted to be a journalist since I was 7 years old. And so today I'm living my dream. It's never hard work for me, no matter what assignment I've been given, right up to running the newsroom. Because I had this passion instilled when I was 7 years old, and I really wish I had a program like this to help me get there. So be proud of yourselves, be proud of the work that you're accomplishing, know that you make a difference, and don't leave here without thanking a friend, a faculty member, a professor, a family member, because without them, they sacrifice a lot for you too. I know my family's missed me on a lot of occasions because I've been at the newsroom. So honor their sacrifice too for you. And build those sources. Thanks, everybody.
Some great words of wisdom there. Thank you very much, Maddie. And last but not least, we would certainly like to thank our host, the University of Hartford, represented by the chair of the School of Communication and Cinema program, Dr. Jack Banks. Please join me in welcoming our host.
Thank you. Of course. So, I'd like to welcome all of you to the University of Hartford for this great event. All right, honestly, I've been a big supporter of the Fox 61 student news program for many years because I've been always impressed by the students that participate in it. You are smart, creative, passionate, hardworking, and you know how to use media and make use of media to call attention to stories and issues that you think are important. We want to encourage that passion you have for news and media and to be future leaders in our society. And we want to help you, if you so choose, continue your education here at Hartford if that's the path that you're on. We believe in you so strongly that the university will be offering $5,000 scholarships to all Fox 61 Student Award winners. Students that can redeem that scholarship by attending the University of Hartford. You can choose any major you want, although selfishly, I hope that you'll select one of our majors in the School of Communication, in digital media and journalism, cinema, or communication. Whatever grade level you're at, 9th, 10th, 11th, you can put that award letter in your back pocket and use it whenever you want. I'm also happy to announce a new event that we are launching this year to further your education in news and media. The university is launching a new 2-week summer day program in digital storytelling next month, where Connecticut students will learn all about news, media, and activism here on campus. This is a $2,000 value, but it will be free to 16 Connecticut students who will be admitted on a competitive selection process. This is offered at no cost because of a generous donation from Impact Teen Drivers that has been involved with the FOX61 program. Now, this is where you come in. Everyone who has submitted stories to the FOX61 program will be ranked much higher in the application process. That's because simply by submitting these stories, you have demonstrated your potential for success. It's a cliche to say that you are all winners, but in this case, you are, all right? So please keep that in mind. If you're interested, there are brochures in the lobby. You can still apply for this year's day program in July, or consider it for next year. For this year, the application deadline is June 12th. While you're here, I'd like to invite you to take a look at our TV studio and podcasting studio that's right across the hall. If you want, I can take you over there and you can take pictures of yourself behind the anchor desk, all right? And finally, very important, we have lots of kitschy gifts for you out in the lobby. This is my personal favorite, all right? So there's plenty of these. Act now and get them while they are available. And congratulations to all of the winners.
Thank you very much, Dr. Banks. And I agree, if you haven't seen the podcast studio and the TV studio, when this is done, it's right down the hallway, and it's a really impressive facility, and it's a great opportunity to get a little campus tour while you're here, too. Now let's take a moment to recognize some of the people at the station who make FOX61 Student News happen. Liz Salvatore, our community marketing manager at FOX61, has pushed the program to new heights, working to create more opportunities for teachers, students, and our partners. She's no stranger to the program. She's been involved as leader of the program, a committee member, a judge, but first, a real success story here as a student winning an award in high school. And look at where she is now. It's a great path. Next up, Freddie Mathis, our assistant chief photographer. He's probably in the back somewhere. He has directed the FOX61 Student News Program for the last 5 years. I think I just saw a wave. In addition to his other duties. Freddie serves as amazing technical support, processing all the stories that are sent in, and he also provides incredible feedback to the teachers and students on all their stories. So thank you, Freddie, for all of your work. Next up, Doug Stewart, our senior digital content producer, is the institutional memory of the Student News Program, and for that matter, our newsroom. If there's anything you need, you go to Doug. He's worked with the Student News Program since 1996 through its many changes over the years. He works to ensure all the stories end up on our website, providing feedback as well to students, and is always ready to jump in for a school visit or tour of the station. And by the way, he also has another job right here at the University of Hartford in the journalism department. So we're glad to have Doug on our team. Thank you, Doug, and thank you to everybody involved. And now, for what all of you have come here today for, it's time to honor you, the students. Today we are presenting 8 awards in different categories. If you are a winner, we ask you to come up to the stage, entering on the right and then leaving on the left. You'll receive your award, have a chance to say a few words right here at the podium, and take a picture as well as you leave the stage. Those that win will be given a packet of documents to fill out to receive your prize. At the end of the evening, please visit the registration table to fill out the forms. If you have any questions, you can find Liz or me, Doug, any of the other committee members will be happy to help you out. This year's entries covered a wide range of topics. Some of them were also very timely, which was very impressive. And by the looks of it, the power of broadcast journalism is bright with the quality of work we received from many of our students. So with that in mind, I would like to welcome our first presenter for Best in Student News, Feature News, Senior Digital Content Producer and Student News Executive Committee Member Doug Stewart. Come on up, Doug.
Welcome, everyone. I always say that the best way to understand this program is to be at this event and to see the faces and see all the excitement and see the energy. And it brings a lot to me. It means a lot to me because I've seen it for years and years, and I've seen students go on to great things, and I look forward to see what all you do in the future. Feature stories are a chance to give viewers a deeper understanding of a larger issue, whether it involves a person, a program. We get a better look at something that goes beyond the headlines. Great feature stories that are memorable for their reporting, their photography, and their editing. The winners will share the prize for $2,500, and the nominees are...
Trained from 8 weeks old, Winston is the first dog in Milford used for community engagement, peer support, and victim services. Winston regularly visits schools and local businesses, which bridges the gap between young people and the police force.
Teddy Bear Toss from Manchester High School. Erica Rozek, Samuel Belcher, and Ryan Silberberg.
But the real pandemonium begins.
The annual Teddy Bear Toss here at the Excel Center is a charity event where fans bring teddy bear donations.
Healing Meals from Manchester High School. Ella Golis and Samantha Ward.
Cooking before a purpose. This is how one organization is promoting healthy eating while encouraging a younger audience to get involved in their community. Healing Meals changes lives by providing food for families who've just gotten discharged from the hospital.
And the winner is Teddy Bear Toss, Erica Rozek, Samuel Belcher, and Ryan Silberberg, Manchester High School.
You can find this energy at any Hartford Wolfpack game, but tonight there's a twist.
The crowd goes wild with every check, shot, and save.
But it's not until one slips past the opposing goalie that the real pandemonium begins.
The annual Teddy Bear Toss here at the Excel Center is a charity event where fans bring teddy bear donations. After the Wolfpack's first goal, fans are encouraged to throw their bears on the ice, which are then collected and donated to Connecticut Children's Medical Center.
Teddy Bear Toss has been something big in the American Hockey League for a long time. Since I've gotten up here, which was 4 years ago, we've been doing it, but probably well over 10 years we've been doing it for here.
While the teddy bears benefit kids, the event makes this night memorable for fans. Every year, people keep coming back to support this generous cause.
I think it's just throwing the Bears on the ice. That's something different. If you've ever gone to a teddy bear toss game, you're going to leave being a fan of hockey, and then once you realize where these Bears are going back to, people will definitely come out again. You know, you have a good time.
Alongside the unique fan experience, attendees also feel rewarded in being able to assist and give to those who need it the most.
I think it's good to give back to people who are less fortunate, who, you know, don't have the opportunities that some of us do. So if we can do anything to help them, then it's worth it, you know?
This night was a win for everyone. The Wolfpack capped off the evening with a 5-4 overtime win, and lots of children in the Hartford area will have a new cuddly friend for the holidays. While the players and coach were thrilled with a tough victory, tonight's meant more than others.
It's an honor to score that goal. You know, some people may think it's just another goal, but it's for a lot of kids that, you know, may be having a hard time right now, and I know that they appreciate it, and I'm really lucky to score that goal tonight.
I like the fans here. It's been fun to listen to them. It's been fun to deal with them. And tonight was, you know, with the teddy bear toss and the charity component of this, it's always fun for everybody.
As this tradition continues on, the Wolfpack hopes to improve the lives of those in our community one goal at a time. From Manchester, this has been Erica Rosick reporting.
I just want to say it was a great opportunity to be able to shoot that story. We had a real good time. I want to thank the Hartford Wolfpack for letting us film and do that story. I want to thank my team members, Samuel Belcher and Ryan Silverberg. I couldn't have asked for better people to work with for that story. And of course, I want to thank Mr. Eric Larson and Mr. Ryan Jones for their support in our high school's broadcast journalism program. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Alrighty, next up, the next award is the Big Y Locally Grown Award. It is given to the best student news story that reports on local businesses, organizations, and initiatives. These efforts are operated by your neighbors and improve your family's health and the local economy. This award will be presented by Sam Chevalier, store director for the Big Y in Manchester. Sam, come on up.
Good evening, everyone. This is my third year, so that means I didn't mess up the first 2 years. So here I am. 1936, that was the height of the Great Depression. And Paul Damore, who had an entrepreneurial spirit, for lack of a better phrase, decided that he was going to try to serve the community in which he delivered bread every day. He was going to do that by serving them with a store. So he started a store along with a loan of $800 from his family, which was a lot of money back then. It's a lot of money now. It's a lot of money back then. That was their entire savings. And along with Jerry, his brother, they took $2,500, which for the last winners, you can open a store now. And they opened their first store. And their goal was to serve their local community. Well, that never changed for Big Y and for the Damore family. It's exactly the same spirit that we have now. We are local, and local is ingrained in us. And being local is the greatest commitment to sustainability and being green. Our local partners that we have throughout New England, throughout Massachusetts and Connecticut, are able to deliver their products to our fresh and local warehouse. From there, we distribute their products amongst all of our stores. So that saves on fuel costs, it saves on costs for our local vendors, our local partners. So we are deeply, deeply committed to it. From eggs to milk to ice cream, soaps, cookies, crackers, breads and pies, flowers, produce that's delivered directly from the farms, tea, honey, maple syrup, meat, seafood, it just goes on and on and on. You would be incredibly impressed with the amount of local, if you really start looking through your local Big Y, how much we actually have and how much we are deeply committed to our local partners. We are deeply committed to serving Connecticut as a state. We do have plans. Tomorrow is the grand opening of our Brookfield, Connecticut Big Y. Middletown, Connecticut, we're opening on June 20th, of which I'm no longer in the Manchester Big Y. I'm now in the Middletown, Connecticut Big Y, so it's a brand new facility for us. And in the fall, we have Westport, Connecticut. So we are deeply committed to it with plans to go further into Connecticut as much as possible. So, on to why everyone is here. The winners tonight will share a prize of $2,000, and the nominees are
Reboot Eco from Manchester High School. Zoe Evans and Dasa Gramblichova.
Overconsumption right now is a real problem.
Which is why Reboot Eco, located in Middletown, provides eco-friendly products you can use over and over, which in the owner's words,
is just better, and it's a more sustainable way of living longer and healthier.
Washington Food Market from Chippewa Valley High School. Finn Koenig and Gianna Trombetto.
The market has a history that stretches far into the past.
You know, the store has been here since the late 1800s, and the family has been here since 1973, and we find that to be a significant achievement, knowing that we've been successful at it and become an important part of the community.
Sparrow Soaps from Killingly High School. Sydney Crabtree and Laura Farquhar.
For owners Michelle Lyon and Daniel Payne, their dream has turned into reality, and they could not be more excited for their growing business, Sparrow Soaps. Over a decade ago, Michelle followed her passion and teamed up with a friend to create a sustainable practice.
And the winner is, for the Big Y Locally Grown Award, Reboot Eco for Zoe Evans and Dasa Gramlikova.
throughout the world, waste production has gone decades without recognition. Specifically, in 2022, almost 2.4 million tons of trash was produced in Connecticut alone.
Overconsumption right now is a real problem.
Which is why Reboot Eco, located in Middletown, provides eco-friendly products you can use over and over, which in the owner's words,
is just better, and it's a more sustainable way of living longer and healthier.
When researching how to live more sustainably, owner Yasmin Ogurlu came across a find she describes as shocking.
Plastic really, it's not recyclable. It's just not, a good solution for plastic. And really, there was a lot more problems, than I realized.
Educating others and teaching ways you can live more sustainably is equally as important here.
Because I think plastic waste is a huge problem, and the more accessible it is, then we can certainly reduce that, which is a good thing.
Not only is this goal important for the business, it takes a special place in the heart of the staff.
I try to reuse, I'm a lot more conscious of that now than I used to be, or especially working here, I'm always thinking oh, that jar would be great to bring to here, these clothes would be great to bring to the swap studio.
When learning to live more sustainably, it can be difficult to take the first step. But there are stores like this that can be your helping hand when starting this journey.
Reducing, reusing, repurposing, refilling, repairing, those are definitely, starting to take a look at waste and where's the waste coming from. And maybe that first step is coming to Reboot Eco.
One pump at a time, places like Reboot Eco are helping others start their sustainability journey. If you're looking to make a change, check out one of those shops near you. For Manchester, this has been Zoe Evans reporting.
I just want to say thank you to Mr. Larson and Mr. Jones, along with my partner Dasha, she was an exchange student, so she's now back in Slovakia. But I'll be making sure to text her the great news. Just thank you to everyone who's guided me, and thank you to my mom and my dad who are currently recording me and smiling like crazy. So yeah, thank you.
Excellent job. Congratulations. And thank you, Sam. By the way, I know right where that Middletown store is going to be. It's right on the road to my best friend's house. So I look forward to stopping by. By the way, Manchester High School, I should have noted after the last award, that was the third year in a row they won that last award. And obviously Manchester High School taking home this award too. So very, very impressive, and always good to see you all representing Manchester. Next up, the award for community events. And here to present is Liz Salvatore, our community marketing manager for Fox 61. One of the many roles Liz plays, as we mentioned before, is organizing the student news program. And that includes, obviously, tonight's event, organizing, getting our sponsors here, getting all of us at the same time. So on behalf of all of us from Fox 61 and all of you here, we thank you, Liz, for all your time and effort. Come on up.
So I have a couple people to thank as well. Ryan, this is his second year, and he is not only being a great host, he's been an incredible judge as well. We have some really, really great judges that span all of from our sales department, our production department, our producers, our reporters, everyone. I also want to thank our marketing department, especially Alicia Anderson, who has done all of these graphics, all of the graphics that you've seen. She did the program, she did everything. I've been bugging her for 3 weeks, and she's just done a phenomenal job, along with Bill Murphy, who's helped to create help with all of this event. So our marketing department, as well as our production department, they're currently live streaming all of this on Fox 61 Plus and on our website. So if you want to go watch yourself on TV later on, you can go rewatch this. And so I just wanted to thank a couple of the people who have really made this, it's an entire station effort to make this happen. And we're so glad that all of you are here today. I remember very fondly the many, many years ago that I sat in a similar place waiting to hear if I had won a Fox 61 Student News Award. And so I'm so happy to be here to give awards to some of you folks. So the Community Events Award is given to the student news story that best reports on stories that capture citizen priorities, concerns, and perspectives on different issues of importance to many different communities around the state. And so, you know, we're Connecticut's news station here at Fox 61, and community events to us are super important, whether we're at them, whether we're covering them, whether we're the media sponsor for them. We're out in the world all the time, and we love to see that you guys are too. So the winners of this award will share a prize of $2,500, and the nominees are:
Celebrating culture and excellence through Kwanzaa from Hall High School, Alina Lee and Natalie Jopek.
From the lighting of the candles to honoring the different values that all the candles represent, to even the colors and the themes, even the decorations don't step outside of the theme of Kwanzaa.
Walk to Support Alzheimer's from Norwich Free Academy, Avery Fritzky and Max Sauls.
With 890 participants and 165 teams, Eastern Connecticut raised over $200,000 to continue the fight against this devastating disease.
Wreaths Across America from Killingly High School, Molly Crabtree and Julia Young.
Remember, honor, and teach are the 3 words that signify the mission of Wreaths Across America. Wreaths Across America strives to make sure no veteran is forgotten.
So the wreaths represent keeping a veteran's name alive.
And the winner for Best in Student News Community Events, Wreaths Across America from Killingly High School, Molly Crabtree and Julia Young.
Remember, honor, and teach are the 3 words that signify the mission of Wreaths Across America. Wreaths Across America strives to make sure no veteran is forgotten.
So the wreaths represent keeping a veteran's name alive.
This year, National Wreaths Across America Day was held on December 16th, where there were more than 2 million volunteers nationally.
And I think the number of people that came probably doubled from last year.
In Daleton, Connecticut, at the Holy Cross Cemetery, a ceremony and wreath placing was held under the leadership of organizer Patty George, whose priority is to remember all of our fallen heroes.
They say a veteran dies 2 deaths. So the first is when we pass from this earth. The second is when we're forgotten. So the Veterans Wreath and the mission of Wreaths Across America is to ensure that those veterans are never forgotten.
The 29th District Senator of Connecticut, Mae Flexer, is proud that this important event has been brought to Killingly.
We get to do everything we get to do as Americans because of the people who step up and serve our country in the military. So seeing this event grow over the last couple of years here in Killingly has been wonderful to watch.
This ceremony personally impacts veterans, and veteran Kevin Cotula anticipates the event to continue for many years years to come.
Yeah, I was a veteran, so it's nice to see everybody come out here and lay the wreaths to honor the past veterans. And hopefully we continue to do this each year and keep growing and growing.
Here in Danielson, Connecticut, Holy Cross Cemetery had a beautiful ceremony honoring veterans who lost their lives fighting for our country. For Key TV, I'm Molly Crabtree.
I would like to thank Mr. Duran for teaching us all that we know and giving us this opportunity to be here today, and FOX61 for giving us this opportunity.
Congratulations. Thank you for coming all the way from Killingly, too. Very important story. I love that organization, so well done. The next award is the Chesla Education Award. It's given to the best student news story that reports on education in its many forms. Here to talk about the award tonight is Shannon Reynolds, a portfolio assistant with Chesla. Welcome, Shannon.
Thank you. So Chesla really is about education and being a resource. We're more than a lender. Our goal is to be a Connecticut resource for you to pay for college. So it is amazing to be here and see all of you talented students and the creativity that you guys have at your age. And so without further ado, the video, oh, sorry, I forgot. The prize will be split for $1,000 and the nominees are
Asnuntuck prepares students for higher education. From Enfield High School, Natalie Sampson.
Enfield High School encourages students to explore all kinds of post-secondary education, which is why they've teamed up with CT State Community College Asnuntuck to form the High School Partnership Program, in which Enfield High students can take courses at the community college for no additional charge.
YMPI program from Norwich Free Academy. Grace Mueller and Avery Fritsch.
While some students are studying or playing sports after school, CNA student Kate Fisaro's afternoon looks a little different. Kate has clinicals, labs, and volunteers at Bacchus Hospital, ultimately preparing her for a future career in nursing.
College tuition cost from Manchester High School, Madison Scott and Abigail Bailey.
As seniors are starting to make decisions for plans next fall, there's been one constant thought on their minds. How will I afford this? The rising cost of college tuition has left many students struggling to figure out where to go and how to pay for their education.
And the winner is YMPI program, Grace Mueller and Avery Fritchie, Norwich Academy.
While some students are studying or playing sports after school, CNA student Kate Fisaro's afternoon looks a little different. Kate has clinicals, labs, and volunteers at Bacchus Hospital, ultimately preparing her for a future career in nursing.
It gives you a lot of experience, whether like you don't really know what you're gonna do. It kind of gives you a background and a step up from the rest of the kids, and not a lot of high schools have that opportunity, so it's nice.
Programs like these are a part of the workforce pipeline, which are in 18 high schools across the state of Connecticut. The program at Norwich Free Academy began in 2017 as a part of the Youth Manufacturing Pipeline Initiative, giving students an alternative to college or military services. NFA teacher Todd Zagurski paved the way back in 2017.
So primarily we're teaching the kids the safe use of tools and equipment and even soft skills that they would need to use in the workplace. So that way when they leave here, they can be successful.
Partially funded by the federal government, NFA's program attracted United States Representative Joe Courtney and Acting Secretary of Labor Julie Sue.
And it caught the eye of some prominent people in our community who saw the benefit of what we're doing and getting kids into these manufacturing programs.
Student success stories are prevalent from the many NFA graduates that have gone through the program and are now employed by local companies like Electric Boat and Bacchus Hospital.
With these pipelines, we can give students the preparation and the skills that they need to go directly onto the workforce. So it really is just giving an opportunity for all students here at NFA, regardless of what their path is after graduation.
And success is what every educational institution wants from their graduates, whether that be college-bound or going right into the workforce. From the campus of Norwich Free Academy, I'm Grace Mueller with Avery Fritchie on camera for FOX61 Student News.
Congratulations. We will get that award to Norwich Free Academy as soon as we can. The next award is the Not Just a Game Award. It is given to the best student news story that reports on one of the following gambling-related topics: potential risk factors for developing... am I good? Sorry. Okay, sorry. Wasn't sure if I was out of order. Potential risk factors for developing a problem with the gambling education, educating the public on warning signs and framing problem gambling as an addiction. And this award tonight will be presented by Kelly Leopard, Primary Prevention Services Coordinator for the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services Problem Gambling Services, and Mallory Schultz, the Prevention Manager with the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling. Come on up. Thank you. Thanks.
Hello. So CCPG's mission is to address gambling-related harm through prevention initiatives, community outreach, education programs, advocacy, and by connecting people with resources. Traditionally, gambling is not spoken about in schools in the same way as substance use. We are excited to partner with FOX61 to raise awareness that gambling is not a risk-free activity. We would also like to extend our thank you to the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services for funding this project. The winners will share a prize of $2,500, and here are the nominees.
The New Age of Gambling, from Daniel Hand High School, Thomas Johnson and Ty 40.
Between the average gambler's loss of $115,000 and the 15 times higher suicide rates among problem gamblers, there's a whole new deck of cards at hand with online gambling.
The Detrimental Rise of Youth Online Gambling, from South Windsor High School, Mia Santiago.
Recent studies indicate a concerning trend as more youths are engaging in online gambling activities. Shockingly, the National Council on Problem Gambling has found that 60 to 80% of high schoolers have gambled in the past year and they either fit the criteria of having a problem or showing signs of losing control.
Online gambling is legal in Connecticut, from Chippewa Valley High School, Lily Bielak and Avery D'Amico.
I don't know a lot about gambling. I know that some people can become addicted to gambling.
The things I know about gambling are that it can seriously affect your family and your life.
Okay, and the winner of the Not Just a Game Award is the New Age of Gambling, Thomas Johnson and Ty 40 from Daniel Ham High
School. Gambling, something so addictive right at your fingertips. The $60 billion industry leaves around 20 million Americans with gambling addictions. Between the average gambler's loss of $115,000 and the 15 times higher suicide rates among problem gamblers, there's a whole new deck of cards at hand with online gambling.
Say also, before online gambling, you had to put clothing on to go and gamble. You had to get up, you had to get out of bed, you had to put clothes on, you had to go to a casino, you had to go to a convenience store to buy lottery tickets. Now you don't. That's how easy and accessible it is.
Ben Schreiber, school psychologist from Daniel Hand, warns us about the consequences of gambling.
It's very nerve-wracking now because you watch people who it's right on the phones, right on the internet. And so my experience even nowadays with people or talking to people that have really lost a lot and struggled a lot. And I think the worst part about it is not even the money, it's just the addiction and the secrets and the shame.
Although gambling is targeted towards adults, teenagers eager to gamble are finding loopholes, like using the accounts of siblings, parents, and older friends.
Right now I'm just using my dad's account. I go up and I go down. I never really win. And my bets never really work out how I want them to.
With the popularity of gambling on the rise, especially sports betting, places like the new sports bar and sports book at the XL Center provide easy access for gamblers.
We just want to make sure as gambling becomes easier and more accessible that there are safeguards in place.
Over 80% of Americans gamble on a yearly basis, and 3 to 5 gamblers out of every 100 struggle with problem gambling. If gambling is negatively impacting your life, there are resources like the CCPG.
And the most important thing that we do is we run the helpline 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, talk, text, and chat, so that if people do feel like they have a problem with gambling, they can call us and we can connect them with services.
From the sports bar and sports book at the XL Center in Hartford This is Thomas Johnson reporting.
All right, I just want to thank my teacher, Mr. Arsenal. He's not here, but if he was, he'd probably be smiling and like clapping and all that. My parents, they're not here as well. They couldn't make it, but I'm just thankful that they support me. And I want to thank the CCPG. You guys are amazing, and you guys were so lenient to work with, and it really made the whole thing better, and it was very special. And I just want to say thank you to Fox News, too, and thank you.
Well done. And when I was talking earlier about a lot of the stories being really timely, that is such a timely issue. And all the nominees in that category had awesome stories. So especially congratulations to both of you. Okay. Making sure I'm in order here. Next up, our friends at the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling and the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, along with Capital Region Education Council, teamed up to create the Gambling Awareness Youth Media Project, helping students to create public service announcements to educate their peers on the risks associated with gambling. Here to present the winners of that are Art Mongillo from the Connecticut Lottery, Anika Howard from Wonder Nation, and Raymond Pinault from Mohegan Sun. Art, you're up first.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you. On behalf of the Connecticut Lottery Corporation, thank you for inviting us to participate in this important event. Congratulations to all tonight's winners, as well as all of the submissions for helping to raise awareness of the important issues that impact all of us on a day-to-day basis. I'd also like to thank our partners at the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, Problem Gambling Services, as well as the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling, as well as our industry partners who are here today at Wonder Nation, as well as Mohegan Sun and Sportech for all the work we do. And obviously, I would be remiss if I didn't thank FOX61 for their help in raising awareness of these issues. Connecticut Lottery Corporation takes player protection and responsible gambling very seriously. Each year, we contribute millions of dollars to support the prevention, treatment, and recovery services for problem gambling in Connecticut. And we also donate countless hours of time and manpower to working with DEMIS and CCPG on these types of initiatives. I was really excited to share the submissions with our marketing department. We have an excellent marketing department, and they were so jazzed to watch them. It was the buzz in the office for like a whole week. They had fantastic comments. Just about every submission, I think every single submission in this category did get a vote. And while everybody did receive votes, there was one clear standout. But some of the comments I received about the video were, these kids have talent and are well-versed in video production and editing, and the theme was very relatable. Scripting, music, and scenes were very well done. So, without further ado,
you guys should come into that new gambling spot.
What gambling spot?
It's called OIC, Odds International Club. It's fun, easy, and look how much money you can make.
That's a bad idea, Jerry. We're underage. I have to leave it. I'm down to make some money. I don't know. Don't we need IDs?
I know someone who can make fake IDs. Don't worry, nothing's gonna go wrong.
All right. I think this is a bad idea, guys. We should get out of here.
Look how much money you've made so far. Just relax. Everything's fine.
If you are or know of someone with a gambling or betting problem and would like to seek assistance, the Connecticut Council Problem Gambling Helpline is 1-888-789-7777.
It is my distinct honor to offer the congratulations to the Opportunities Industrialization Center of the great city of New Britain.
There's a lot of people here. All right. I just want to thank Miss Paulette Fox and OIC for making this possible, and I want to thank FOX61 for letting us come out here.
Thank you. Great job. I could see our marketing team in the back, amazed by that one. There we go. That's a big deal. $5,000 scholarship. All right. It's what we call burying the lead in the business, but we're glad we got it in. That's the most important part, to get that out there. Next up, I believe, is Anika, right? Come on up.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is my first time at the event, so be gentle. I have been very, very impressed with just all of the award recipients to date and what we've seen. And likewise, our team was very, very excited and entertained by all of the submissions. So thank you for being here tonight for this award ceremony, and it's a pleasure to be part of this event. Especially with the addition of the Responsible Gaming Awards, presented in partnership with the Connecticut Council for Problem Gambling and the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services. This year, the awards we had help. We enlisted the help of Foxwoods, who is, I call them our big brother. We enlisted the help of Foxwoods and the Wonder Nation team to join forces and select the recipient of the Responsible Gaming Award for the Youth Gambling Awareness Showcase. So working together, a panel of team members from both Foxwoods Resort Casino and Wonder Nation, we selected and went through all of the recipients. And I can say that we were so impressed with the variety of submissions we received. Our winner, and I'll kind of wait to show their video, but our winner stood out among the submission for their impactful message and creativity. We were particularly impressed with their focus on friendship, girl power, and the analysis of why and how gambling addictions impacted teens and reflected the values of the Wonder Nation organization. So they were very aligned with the things that we care about in terms of making sure that we create a safe environment and guardrails for youth as we continue to expand gaming within Connecticut. And so with that, similarly, we'll share kind of the award that you'll receive, but let's kind of check out our winner.
Yo guys, I just got access to my dad's betting app. Y'all trying to bet on the game?
Sports betting? Don't you gotta be 21 for that?
What bro? Who cares? We still making money. Yo, check this out.
Nah, yo, that seems mad sketchy. I don't think you should do this. My brother just got in trouble for it.
My odds look good right now.
How much did you bet, bro?
$100. I got good feelings about this. dad back. There's a game in 5 minutes. I could try to win the 100 back.
Our videos may have gotten swapped. That may be the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's click ahead and play yours.
Yes.
And then we'll bring you.
I was like, interesting.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Youth sports betting, a bet you can't afford to take.
It was a seemingly normal day when Allie and her friends got together and began talking about Allie's newfound success with sports betting.
All you have to do is bet on your favorite team and you can make some fast cash.
Stop! Did you know that youth gambling can have serious consequences?
If you or someone you know is struggling with a gambling addiction, call the gambling hotline at 1-888-789-7777. Help is just a call away.
Wow, it sounds fun. And we need some quick cash.
Gambling may seem exciting, but it can quickly become addictive. Sports betting is a form of gambling. Gambling is addictive and it triggers dopamine.
What's dopamine?
Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that provides feelings of pleasure and satisfaction. When you win a bet, the brain releases a feel-good chemical. But when you gamble often, your brain gets used to the dopamine, which makes that winning feeling difficult to feel. Consequently, we may have to gamble more and more to feel the same level of pleasure. This is similar to other addictions like drugs and alcohol. Financial insecurities are real risk when gambling takes over.
You know what? I'm not that hungry today.
It's okay. Gambling can take a toll on mental health, leading to anxiety, depression, and even addiction. Teens most often gamble on games, sports, and pool. Over 10% of teens gamble twice or more every week. 4% of boys ages 14 to 21 struggle with a gambling addiction. The rates of gambling addictions are higher in youth than adults. It also affects personal relationships, causing strain and conflict.
Plus, sports betting can damage relationships between friends and family.
Sports betting can also create a higher risk for criminal involvement and stealing behaviors.
I can make at least $50 off of this. She probably won't notice.
Did you know that 58% of youth engage in sports betting? Sports betting among youth has been on the rise since 2019 because of social media.
Can you Venmo me $10 so I can show you how it works?
I don't know about that. I share Venmo with my mom. I don't think she'd like that.
Dude, come on, please. I have a feeling I'm going to win big this time. Sure. I think we should think about the consequences. Think about the risks. Is it really worth it?
Brain, stop with the ball. Guys, I don't think this is a good idea. My mom's calling.
It was in that moment that Allie realized that maybe she was struggling with a gambling addiction.
Guys, maybe this isn't a good idea. I think I may have a problem.
Thank you for contacting the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling's 24-hour confidential helpline.
Together we can raise awareness about the dangers of youth gambling. Let's support each other and make informed choices.
Where is my great-grandmother's ring?
Congratulations to the Northeast Opportunities for Wellness Incorporated. Your dedication to responsible gaming is inspiring, and we look forward to seeing the incredible contributions you continue to make. So thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Colin Hamilton and this is Landon Cucci, and we are both the videographers and editors for this video. We are representing the Northeast Opportunities for Wellness in Killingly, CT, and who could not sadly make it today. But we had a lot of fun making this video. There was a lot of bloopers in the video. It was very funny, and they're very thankful for this award. Thank you, FOX61, and thank you, Taylor, for this opportunity.
Well done. Thank you very much. And next up, would like to welcome Raymond Pinault from Mohegan Sun. Apologies about flipping those videos. Sometimes when you're dealing with a little mix-up, but thanks for coming and appreciate it.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it. And obviously, we've had the reveal, and listen, our team spent a lot of time. I want to thank all the students for the hard work they put into their videos and their dedication. Responsible gambling is something that's really important to me personally and to our organization. I've actually been with Mohegan for over 23 years and with the casino for almost 20 now. I've been a member of the National Council on Problem Gambling since I started with the organization, and obviously we've worked very closely with the Connecticut Council on Problem Gambling. And when I was called and asked to support an award for PSA on responsible gambling, we were more than happy to be a part of it and contribute. It's a part of our industry, and we know that 1 to 2% of the population does struggle with gambling, and it's our responsibility to do something about it. And having students take it seriously and really provide meaningful messages to help others who have a problem with gambling is very important to us. I'm proud to be able to award $5,000 to the winner of this. And without further ado, since we've already revealed it, I'd like to congratulate the Interdistrict School for Arts and Communication for your fantastic video. So thank you for your work.
Hello, good evening. On behalf of Isaac, they were unable to attend today, but thank you all so much. I'm accepting this on behalf of them. I just want to thank our partners. I'm representing Craig. I want to thank our partners at DEMIS, CCPG, and thank you for FOX61 for creating such a great event to showcase and highlight such amazing, young, beautiful talent. So thank you.
Important to know, obviously, most of our awards are geared toward journalism and reporting and various stories and whatnot. But an important part of a television station is marketing and promoting our station and promoting the people who work there and getting people to watch. So all of these skills that the three groups that just won can transfer into a TV station too. And that's something that a lot of people don't realize. We've got a whole team. You can see Ray and everybody in the back. And when you watch our newscasts and you see commercials and promotions, that's done by their team. So if that's a part of the industry that might kind of, click in your brain, that's worth considering too. The next award is the ACES Diversity and Inclusion Award. It's given to the best student news story that reports the range of identities and experiences that exist in the world. This award tonight will be presented by Kevin Keating, Director of Pupil Services for the Area Cooperative Educational Services, or ACES. Kevin, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Just want to say I'm Kevin Keating, Pupil Services Director for ACES. I'm here to represent ACES. ACES is Area Cooperative Education Services. We are a regional education service center. We're one of 6 in the state, and we provide services for our catchment area in New Haven County. We provide services, and also we have specialized schools and 3 magnet schools. So enough about me. I'm here to tell you that the winners will be sharing the prize of $1,500, and the nominees are
Mr. Simon ASL from Norwich Free Academy, Olivia Howard, and Annalise Canales Alvarez.
Is the sound students here to know their American Sign Language class is ready to begin? Stephen Simon, a deaf teacher, is unlike other teachers at the academy. Simon was born deaf into a hearing family.
Next chapter, More Than a Bookstore from Farmington High School. Cecilia Kolinich and Michael Gove.
Students in the special education program at FHS and in West Hartford are partnering with a new training initiative, The Next Chapter. This bookstore, located on a busy corner in West Hartford Center, is the perfect place for special education students to get vocational training before moving on to the next chapter of their lives.
Everyone is a winner from Westbrook High School. Matthew Izzo.
This winter, the Westbrook High School Unified program hosted its 7th annual basketball tournament. The gymnasium was filled with supportive fans rallying together to cheer on their friends, family members, and favorite players.
All right, so the winners are Mr. Simon by Olivia Howard and Annalise Canellis Alvarez from Norwich Free Academy.
Is the sound students here to know their American Sign Language class is ready to begin? Stephen Simon, a deaf teacher, is unlike other teachers at the Academy. Simon was born deaf into a hearing family. He spent 14 years of his early career teaching at the Oregon School for the Deaf before coming to NFA. Students often, in the beginning of the year, think communication will be difficult with Simon. However, students like Alyssa Veens quickly learns this is not the case.
It's actually not that difficult. Students make it out like it'd be more difficult than it actually is. I really enjoy taking sign language, and in this class, if we have to communicate with him, we can just write on our phone, and then we'll show him.
However, this does not eliminate the challenges that take place in the classroom.
The biggest challenge is communication. The reason is most of the students don't know any sign language, and it's a communication barrier for me. So that's my biggest challenge. It's more work for me. I have to write on the board. Once they know some sign, then that makes it much better. But other than that, we're exactly the same.
Occasionally, an interpreter visits the class when it's time for a project to be presented to the students.
I feel like it's better learning from a person who actually comes from that community, who learned from that community.
If you ask Simon why he wanted to become a teacher, he'll say,
I thought it would be cool because it is a foreign language and people need to be exposed to other languages. And there's a lot of deaf and hard of hearing people in the world that use sign language, so it would be nice for the students to learn a different language. I like to teach, and I've been teaching for a long time, so this is the fun part.
This clearly shows, as much as Simon loves teaching his students ASL, his students love learning ASL. I'm Olivia Howard, with Kylie Bishop interpreting, and Annalise Canales on camera, reporting for FOX61 Student News.
We would like to thank our families for being so supportive during this, really making us go for it. And we would like to thank our teachers, Ms. Fitzgerald and Mr. Walsh for this, and Fox for giving us this opportunity. Thank you.
And congratulations, another one for Norwich Free Academy. That's great. And the next up here to present the Sports Award is Eric Hansen. You may have seen him in one of the other stories earlier. He's the Vice President of Business Operations for the Hartford Wolfpack. Welcome, Eric, and congratulations on the season, too.
Thank you guys for having us here. You know, I learned the other day that the hockey's been in Hartford for now coming up on year 50. Pretty amazing, and the Wolfpack have actually been here for more than half of it. The last 2 seasons, we've actually had our best years in team history. And because of stuff like that, we're able to give back more in the community. So we love to be a part of this. We want to thank Fox for all they do for us, and looking forward to these great events. So the Woman in Sports Award, let's see, Sports Award winner is, let's look at that right now.
Shot Clock from Killingly High School. Sydney Crabtree and Laura Farquhar.
A new year brings new rules. At the end of last year's basketball season, the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference made the decision to implement a shot clock for high school boys and girls basketball contests.
Referee shortages from Manchester High School. Mia Gilbert and Ryan Silberberg.
You may have heard about over-the-top adults, parents, and coaches that are failing to model good sportsmanship and respect for game officials. Due to the verbal and sometimes physical abuse that they are increasingly receiving, referees and officials are quitting youth and high school events at unpredicted rates.
Women in sports from Norwich Free Academy. Caroline Goder and Annalise Canales Alvarez.
Many events, like the Hartford Wolfpack Girls in Sports Day, are held annually across the United States to celebrate young girls and women who have made a positive impact in the sports industry.
And the winner is Caroline and Annalise.
Play like a girl is what all young girls are proud of in a time where the growth of female sports is propelling forward. With women's sports expanding and the new Professional Women's Hockey League, with the soccer stadium in Kansas City for women's only, professional women's sports are no longer on the sideline. New York's assistant coach for the PWHL can verify.
As a young athlete, I didn't have too many female role models to look up to, so I was always looking at the players in the NHL, but once the Olympics came for women in '98, then I was able to see female athletes in the sport of ice hockey.
Many events, like the Hartford Wolfpack Girls in Sports Day, are held annually across the United States to celebrate young girls and women who have made a positive impact in the sports industry. Even though large strides have been made within the sports industry, there are still challenges. ESPN Senior Director of Programming and Acquisitions, Ashley O'Connor, knows the challenges firsthand.
The challenge is probably that there's few of us. I've been at ESPN for 18 years, and there's been a lot more of us since when I first started, and it's getting a little bit better, but it is still definitely we're the minority at the table.
NFA freshman Sophia Milner is fortunate to have participated in the male-dominant sport of boxing in the past. She is now taking on the challenge of joining the NFA wrestling team.
Realizing that boxing was like a heavy, mean sport, and wrestling's kind of different from that.
Sports like basketball continue to show developmental growth with the hopes of it not being over anytime soon. Athletes like me finally have the opportunity not only to play at a recreational level, but also at a professional level, all through Advocates in Title IX. From the campus of Norwich Free Academy, I'm Caroline Dare with Annalise Canales on camera, reporting for FOX61 Student News.
I just wanted to say thanks for letting us be here, and I wanted to give a shout out to Caroline. She couldn't be here, but I'm so proud of her, and I just want to say thanks to our family and our teacher, Mr. Walsh and Mrs. Fitz. Thank you.
I would like to know how many takes to drain it. Was it the first one? You'll never know with the magic of TV. Looked real to me. Very impressive. The next award is the FOX61 Best in Student News Award for Hard News. It is given to the best student news story about current and timely events. This award will be presented by our very own Elma Wolfhorst, FOX61's political reporter and host of our weekly political show called The News Story. Welcome, Emma. The real story, I'm sorry. I try to ad-lib once and then I go off the rails. Come on up, Emma. Thank you.
Thank you. Is this for me? Thank you. So my time up here means we've almost come to the end of the night, our last award category. Hard news is definitely last but not least. It is so much fun to see creative feature stories, but hard news can be exciting and creative too. I advocate for that as someone who has been told a lot of times that politics is boring, but hard news is really the foundation of our news operation, whether it's covering storm damage, crime, or in my case, politics. It's a place where a news operation can really shine. We're proud of the work our crew does when big stories break here at FOX61, and it's great to see the diversity of stories which have been sent our way this year. The winners of the Hard News Award will share a prize of $2,500, and the nominees tonight are...
Yonder Pouch Controversy from Manchester High School, Liliana Hernandez and Kaylee Cormier.
In a bold move to tackle screen addiction, Illing Middle School has implemented a new method to keep kids focused in class, Yonder Pouches.
Locked Doors Open Dialogue from Hall High School, Kashi Grover.
In high schools all over the nation, the scene of crowded hallways is common, but at Hall High School, there are some unwelcome sights. Over the past year, the Hall community has experienced racially charged incidents, including derogatory graffiti in the bathrooms, leading to them being closed.
Learning how the court system works from Norwich Free Academy, Grace Mueller and Sebastian Russell.
I gave them the briefs, which were pretty lengthy. We talked about the process, we talked about expectations, as if we were going to a courthouse.
Students typically know how the law works through their exposure to TV shows and movies. However, witnessing an appellate court case firsthand gives them a better understanding of the procedure.
Amazing. Some awesome nominees there. And the winners, this is like the Oscars, getting to open the envelope. This is so exciting. Our winner for the Best in Student News, Hard News category is Yonder Pouch Controversy from Manchester High School, Liliana Hernandez and Kaylee Cormier.
In a bold move to tackle screen addiction, Illing Middle School has implemented a new method to keep kids focused in class, Yonder Pouches. As students step off the bus, they get their last few minutes to text friends before their phones and electronics are locked away. Administrator and Vice Principal Ray Dolphin was one of the many driving forces to encourage this new change.
The first and most important reason is that everything we do is about how do we create a better educational experience for our students. Students did not want to do it, but our students are so hardworking and are so ethical that they were still willing to try it.
Although Yonder Pouches were implemented to better education, students are concerned about how their safety is impacted without having access to their phones.
So I definitely think it's not really a good idea to do the pouches, because in case like a lockdown or a fire, you would need your phones, and they can't obviously all get the kids' phones out at the same time.
While still trying to adjust, both kids and teachers agree that these Yonder Pouches continue to help students thrive in class.
I find us having a more positive start to every day with the pouches. Socially and emotionally, it was really challenging for students because their phone is kind of like a comfort blanket, but academically, I've only seen benefits.
Was able to own some pros, like people being more concentrated on their work, not being distracted, making teachers more easy to control the students, stuff like that.
A once controversial subject has now seemed to have a positive outcome to students here at Illing Middle School. Yonder Pouches have shown to keep kids in touch with their learning, therefore bettering their future. From Manchester, this has been Liliana Hernandez reporting.
Hi. I just want to thank Mr. Larson and Jonesy, they're over there, for everything, and also FOX61. I mean, me and Kaylee, my best friend, we eat, sleep, and breathe in the broadcast room. We literally eat lunch there every day. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone. But yeah.
Congratulations, and that is our final award. So can we have one more round of applause for all the nominees, all the winners, all of our sponsors? We appreciate you. And I will say, as technology gets better, as a lot of you are on your own time making videos and reels for TikTok and Instagram, the quality of this work is getting better too. The editing is really good. One thing I noticed this year, and this may not be a name you're familiar with, but when you hear like a sound, say of an instrument, We call that in the business a nat pop, a natural pop of sound. A lot of those mixed in the stories this year too, and that's usually something you had to learn about when you went off to school to edit and learn about news writing. So really, really impressive stuff. We hope you tell your friends in other towns about our program because we'd love to have them participate. This is something that runs on TV, then is up on our website and YouTube. A reminder to all of our winners, please visit the registration table to fill out the forms in your packet to receive your prize. Also want to mention this program has been live streamed. It's been on our website. We also have a ROKU, Amazon Fire app, a bunch of other ones called FOX61 Plus, where you could probably watch this on your TV when you get home, or it's on our YouTube channel too. Cool, sounds good. So feel free to check it out. What's that? Yeah, we're everywhere, exactly. I think that the phrase is FOX61 online, on air, on demand. That was close, right? Okay. On behalf of all of us, thank you very much. And if there's ever anything we can do to help you, please reach out. We'd love to have you in for station tours, especially next year. Maybe as school gets started, that's something we could work on too. So have a good night, have a great summer, and thank you so much.